Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny. Episode number 527. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's it going? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Uh, Nothing really up here. I was chilling. I think I recorded like an episode like earlier. I don't know. I was like running late on an episode. I still got it out before in time, but I was all like stressed. I had to get up early because I was like all caught having to catch up with school the day before. And I don't know, looks like getting okay grades. I mean, I got like a B plus on one thing and a C minus on the other, but eh, we'll do great. We're doing great. We're great. Everything's great. Everything's great as long as you. Earlier today, I went to drop off a package at uh like a auto place where they have a like a UPS drop off box, or a drop off point, access point, right? So I dropped off like a 100-pound package. Like I took my dolly to take it off of the car, and I went in there, and I was all flip flops and my shorts and all fat, shirt like my belly shows like Winnie the Pooh and shit. And yeah, I dropped off this 100-pound package because I sold some plates, and dude, that like I made decent money on it, but it cost like $100 to ship 100 pounds. It was like, and that's actually pretty cheap if you have ever tried to ship something heavy. I think a while back I tried to sell my Rock Band drum set online, and someone bought it. Uh, but when I like tried to put it in a box to ship, and the dimensions were all odd because that shit's like a weird shape. The drums, like even if you take it apart, it's still got a weird shape to it, and the shipping would have been like expensive, like fucking. I don't know why it was so expensive, but my buddy Gabe, who I do the That's All Kayfabe podcast with, you, I had like shared that I sold it on somewhere, and he's like, "Oh man, you had this?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, I would have bought it." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll sell it to you, like for cheaper, because I would have paid more fucking shipping this shit. You know, I wouldn't have made anything. I think I would have made like $20 or something instead of 100 or whatever that I got for it, or 80. I don't know, but whatever. Is my little gripe about shipping. Let's check out some news. Oh, real quick. Well, after I shipped that shit, uh, at the thing, I went to Dollar General, right? And I was buying like a bunch of random shit. I bought a lot of bacon because my niece has been like eating a lot of bacon lately, which is cool. Like that's cool. I just want to make sure to have enough bacon because she eats like just strips of it, like crazy. And I love bacon in the morning for breakfast, but uh there was a homeless dude there, and he was like trying to buy a beer, and I guess it was like a $2 beer with tax. It was like 2.15, right? Two whatever, a little over $2, and I guess he didn't have the change. The chick wouldn't like give it to him for just $2. And I heard him like say, "Man, they won't even let me barter." Like as if you could barter with taxes, or like with like a Dollar General, right? Whatever. So, anyways, I when I went up with all my shit, I told the lady, I'm like, "Is he gonna buy that?" And she's like, "Oh no, he's not gonna buy it." I go, "Oh, I go, could I buy it? Like, I'm probably gonna just buy it from him and give it to him or something." And she's like, "All right." And so like I bought it, and I saw the homie, or the homeless the homeless dude get back in line, and he had some Vienna sausages in his hand. I guess he had to choose between alcohol or Vienna sausages, which are disgusting. I don't know, maybe he's gonna let those ferment and he's gonna get drunk off of them. But I like got I saw him with that, and I was like, "Hey bro," or I was like, hey bro. And he looks, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got you this beer. I'll be outside if when you want to come get it." "Oh man, all right, cool." And so I go outside, put my groceries in the car. I have the beer. I'm waiting for him because I don't want to give him like my receipt, and then him like go in and say like, "Oh, I got all this I mean, I just wanted to give him the beer." And he comes out, and I'm like, "Oh, here's a beer, man." He's like, "Oh, man, thanks a lot, man, I appreciate it." And he looked like, like a straight up homeless dude, like all dirty or like hit by the sun, like real leathery, rowdy beard, like a rope belt and shit. And I tell him, "Hey, he's all man, thanks." I'm like, "Hey, yeah, if you're one of those like those guys that like do wishes, like make wishes come true, like hook me up, man." So I'm out, man. I got you. Yeah, I'm across the street if you need me. I'm like, okay, nah. If you grant wishes, like grant me, like grant me a wish. Like yeah, and we took off. Like left from the store, and I don't know. He seemed like he had a spring in his step from me buying him the beer, but I didn't do it like as a good thing because I was like telling my sister about it. She's like, "Oh, it's a good thing." I'm like, well, "I bought him a beer. It's not like I bought him fucking food. He bought himself Vienna sausage. I just bought him his beer." But I did it more like one for the story, but two like like there's always that shit. Like there's homeless people that like thing like they're undercover bosses. It's like, "Oh man, you did me a favor," and he's gonna come like looking like the Monopoly man and give me $1,000,000, or I'm gonna wake up in the morning, there's gonna be a bunch of like 17-year-old virgins, just in on my couch, like waiting for me, which 17 is legal in Texas, so that's why I say 17-year-old. That's the legal age of consent. But no, that didn't happen. Or it hasn't happened yet. I just bought him the beer like hours ago. So you never know. There's still time for him to reveal himself to be an angel or a fairy or whatever, you know, whatever you believe in that grants wishes. Yeah, but yeah, that was my story. That was a long story. Let's look at the news. There's a lot of news here to look at. Let me see. Taylor Swift's dad accused of slugging photographer in Australia during late night confrontation. And look at the way they have to like hide her. They hide her in an umbrella like a fucking cartoon character. Um, and they were wearing Australia. Oh man, those are dude like the the elimination chamber, which I will go over with Gabe on That's All Kayfabe. If you want to listen to That's All Kayfabe, you could listen to the podcast. Just search That's All Kayfabe or on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Lorenzo Arreola. But we went over the Australian elimination chamber, and those Australians, they're some pesky fucking cunts, mate. No, they're just like they're rough, like they play that rugby shit that I don't even know what the rules are, but they're playing with like a ball and bats, and they're not wearing like protective gear. That's a tough gig, And then they think they play rugby too, which is like football, but like with those old leather helmets and shit. No pads. But yeah, that sucks that he had to like. I mean, yeah, I get it. He's protecting his daughter, but to slug a dude, a paparazzi, you know you can't do that. Like, there's you can maybe like yell at them, but you can't like slug them. That's fucking, that's assault. That's assault, brother. I remember seeing like a clip of fucking Tom Hanks where his wife and him are leaving like an event, and one of the like paparazzis or the dudes get like in front of her to where she trips or almost falls because she's in high heels or something. And Tom Hanks is like, "What the fuck? Get the fuck back!" He gets all pissed off, and it's funny because you can just hear like Woody from Toy Story, but he's just like, "Get the fuck back, man! Get what the fuck?" It's pretty fucking crazy. Because yeah, I'd probably like do the same shit too, for my girl or my niece or whatever, daughter. Anyway, speaking of family, Family Dollar stores agree to pay 41.6 million for rodent infested warehouse in Arkansas. Um yeah, okay, so Family Dollar stores pleaded guilty Monday to holding drug Food, drugs, cosmetics, and other items under insanitary. I feel like it'd be unsanitary. Under insanitary conditions at a now closed rodent infested distribution center in West Memphis, Arkansas. That's pretty fucking rowdy. It had to be rowdy infested if they're having to pay. Okay, so they faced one misdemeanor count of causing FDA regulated products to become adulterated while being held under insanitary conditions at the facility. The company entered into a plea deal that includes a sentence of a fine and forfeiture amount totaling 41.675 million, the largest ever monetary criminal penalty in a food safety case. That's insane. These fines that these companies pay, and it's crazy is like they don't like, let's say we as like regular citizens, we go to jail, or we do a crime, right? We go to jail, we pay the fine and we go to jail, or we fucking have to do the consequences, right? These corporations, they just pay the fine and they just like move on with their lives. Like the fine is like, oh fuck, I guess, like whatever, just to get this off our backs. But I mean, they really could have killed a lot of people having a rat infested warehouse where there's food, drugs, fucking cosmetics. And then if it's that infested, like that's pretty fucking rowdy. Return goods for everyone without proof of purchase, became ill due to I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I go to a Dollar General. I don't shop at the Family Dollar. I think there's a Family Dollar around here. And I remember when it opened, and it was a big deal. And then I think like I don't know if they're still open or if they're like going out of business. But it was like a big deal, and I'm like, it's a weird store to open. And then Dollar Tree, I guess, is owned by Family Dollar too, which I don't even really like Dollar Tree either because everything went up to like $1.25. It ain't even a dollar anymore. They don't even sell trees. What the fuck, man? Speaking of, I don't know, trees, family. I don't know. Jackie Lowry, the DI actress and wife of Jack Webb, dies at 93. And this is a blonde. That is a bombshell if you've ever seen one. She dies at 93 years old. So Jackie Lowry, who parlayed a victory in the first Miss USA pageant into a acting career that included a prominent role opposite future husband Jack Webb in the military drama The DI, has died. She was 93. Uh, Lowry died Friday in Los Angeles. Web biographer Dan Moyer told the Hollywood Reporter she was like a mother to me and called me her kid. Uh, no, I mean, yeah, she's a redhead bombshell right there, and she won what, Miss USA? That's crazy. Or dang, God, they don't build them like this anymore. Dang, look at those heels. She's in some rowdy. Like she's walking on the tips of her toes in those heels with Johnny Carson. Wow. No, rest in peace. I mean, I like how they don't include any pictures of her from being old. It's just all like, glamour shots. But yeah, I'll include a picture of hers in one of these like hot skirted pictures. She's fine, dude. She's that old, like the ones you paint on the A bombs before you drop them on Japan or whatever, or on your tanks, or on your mud flaps whenever you're driving your truck. Speaking of, I don't know, the hot chicks in the heat. Lack of snow cancels longest sled dog race in eastern United States. I didn't know this was going on. The organizers of the longest sled dog race in the eastern United States said Monday they are canceling the event due to lack of snow on the ground. The Can-Am Crown International Sled Dog races have taken place in northern Maine for more than 30 years or 3 decades. I just changed that, including a 250-mile event That is the marquee sled dog race in New England. But this year, snowfall has been well below average in Maine, and it's not safe to run the races. Um, have you ever seen? I was telling my niece about this too, like how like the video. There's actual videos of like the dogs pulling the sleds, and they're going. I don't even know how fast dog sleds go. Let's say 20, 30 miles an hour, right? That's pretty fast for dogs just pulling a sled. But like the ones in the middle or the back, when they have to like shit, they crouch up their like back legs, and they're still running though. Like they can't stop, so they're kind of hopping on the two legs, just shitting while sledding, so they don't let up. They keep moving, but they've learned to shit while walking. Oh, I think it's because like my niece had gone on some like horse ride, and she thought it'd be more majestic horse ride, but she's like, that horse was just peeing and pooping wherever it wanted to, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's a fucking wild. It's an animal, it's gonna do whatever the fuck it wants to do, But yeah, horses are pretty majestic too, or I mean, they're majestic, but then yeah, they pee and shit like any other animal, but like they're pretty buff. Like I don't think I've ever seen like a horse that's not buff, unless like you're in the cartoons or something. But yeah, that I guess that sucks. I guess we can talk to Greta Thunberg about that. Maybe she's mad about this being canceled because of the heat. But speaking of the heat, bird flu reaches mainland Antarctica for first time. Scientists say, "Look at those pesky birds! I swear, birds. What are they? Birds are not real.com. A deadly type of bird flu has been confirmed on the mainland of Antarctica for the first time, scientists said, a potential risk for the southern region's huge penguin colonies. Dude, I didn't even think about that. That sucks because like penguins don't even really like fly. I mean, they're a bird, but they don't fly. But they can still get bird flu because they're still technically birds. So that's gotta suck. Uh, the penguins are cool. Like they're doing their own thing. I wouldn't want just want them tap dancing or whatever the fuck they do or sing their heart song. These are my heart songs. They never feel wrong. And when I wait for goodness sake, these are the songs I keep singing. These are the songs I keep singing. Speaking of singing, and lastly, here on our news, I've been going long, but I told that homeless man story. Reba McEntire responds to rumors she's leaving The Voice. This is not true. And to me, I was like, I didn't even read the news. It's like, do not click on any articles that I say I'm leaving The Voice. It's not true. These are fake websites to lure people in with clickbait, where they claim I have a company to sell weight loss gummy products. This is false. I do not sell or promote any type of gummy product. He's pretty mad about that too. Um, who cares if she leaves The Voice? Like, why does this matter? And why does she need to like address it? Like, is it that bad of a thing that she had to like address it? Like, man, you need to shut this down, Reba. Like, these rumors are out of control. You need to get on your official account and say you need to set the record straight. You are not leaving The Voice. Like, dude, like a dude just set himself on fire outside of fucking whatever, a embassy, US embassy, to protest Hamas or whatever, right? And the war, whatever you want to call it. And here's this like this is important. I'm not leaving The Voice. These aren't true. The rumors are not true. So yeah, priorities, right? We all have our priorities. Um Priorities. That's not a song. I just sang it to be cool. But yeah, no, I want to tell you all that that's all funny. Everything is all funny, right? I want to thank y'all for listening to That's All Funny. Podcast available anywhere podcasts available. Just search That's All Funny. I got another podcast with my buddy Gabe called That's All Kayfabe, where we talk wrestling and other good wacky stuff that comes out every Monday, 11 a.m. Check that out on That's All Kayfabe. You can find anywhere podcasts are available, or you can check them both on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Lorenzo Ariola. There I do other videos and content stuff, games. I do a live show with the great mint salad called Tits and Areolas. We do that live on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock Central, I think, is when we do it. You can watch that there. You can see older episodes of that on either of our Patreons. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Lorenzo Areola. I know YouTube doesn't have me monetized right now, so I would appreciate you if you went over there and supported me there. $5 a month gets you everything. It helps support the podcast. Or if you want to buy any merchandise, check out the website, www.retrohorrorinc.com. We've got shirts, we've got prints, we've got stickers. Help support the show, or commission some art from the great artists at Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram. This is all the art for the show. I want to thank my supporters, thank my listeners. Stay safe. Bye.